power consumption, draw power, instant removal. I'm Xodus, and today I'll be covering Asklepiooze's deck from the Forbidden card set.
Zenonzard!
Asklepiooze's deck plays around building up the field with low-cost minion and sacrifice by destroying them in order to trigger effect and gain an advantage over your opponent in terms of hand size or field presence. From the early to the mid-game stage, you will be focusing on setting up your board with low-cost minion to attack and defend. Once you reach the mid-game stage, you will then start to annoy your opponent with destruction effect and removal spells while pressuring their forces or life till the late game. When you hit the late game, you continue to poke your opponent by upping your annoyance game even higher with hand discard effect. Overall, it's a slow-paced deck but super fun when you start running at your opponent. It's a great deck choice if you are looking to grind your rank games. Let's take a look at the deck. For the Force, I'll be running Force of Eternity, Ouroboros for defense in order for us to fully commit our attack, Force of Rebirth, Phoenix to be able to respond against the opponent attack after we use up our mana for setting up the board. Now onto the fun part. We'll be running 3 Viole Mai and 3 Conjurer of the Everlasting Night, Yahmy as our base minion. The key card of our deck, Viole Mai, a Demon Bond to trigger Andoros's Evolve effect, a fodder for Andoros's Destruction effect, and a free core reduction solution. Beelzebub to recycle Demon Bond back to the field up to twice, either as a blocker or a fodder. Asmodeus with the effect to discard 2 cards from the opponent's hand, 300 BP field reduction and 1 damage to your opponent's life. While Asmodeus is a very strong card, the pacing of base minion deployment and the consistency of getting Viole Mai up to level 3 varies from game to game. While it comes with strong offensive power, it doesn't reward the risk by healing yourself up to 5 or having an untouchable minion that can block almost everything. Hence the reason we run 3 Yahmy. At 5 mana turn, you have access to level 1 Andoros's Summon effect and scale its power level using its Evolve effect. Once you hit level 3, that's where Andoros's presence becomes threatening to the opposing player. For field minion, we'll be running 3 Sword Door to mill our deck in order to utilize our Trash Retriever and Resummon effect, 3 Soul Horse mainly for colors mana cost 1 mana play with 200 BP increase to our red or purple minion once it's destroyed. For our cost 2 lineup, we'll be running 2 Pirate of Thanatos as Andoros's fodder with a draw when it's destroyed, 3 Shikizuru for consistent draw power when it's summoned or when you summon a demon class minion once it's on the field, and 2 Wanderer Lolo to search Viole Mai from the deck. For our cost 3 and cost 4, 3 Club Skeleton to get Mud Pit so we can destroy 1 minion with 3 mana cost or lower using only 1 mana, 3 Pandoria to search out Viole Mai and Yahmy, and 2 Janagan to deal with Swamp Token and instant summoning if you retrieve it from the trash. Lastly, 3 Steinbolt to retrieve any purple minion except itself, and the trigger effect that reduces 1 opponent minion by 300 BP when a minion boosted by a core attacks. 2 Asklepiooze to resurrect our destroyed BB class minion in the rest state, preserving the board state and retrieve 3 minions except the one destroyed by this effect as a cost when boosted. Now, onto our magic. I'll be running 2 Resurrection, mostly as a combat trick to resummon Prince of Thanatos as a fodder, Jinagan as a blocker, or Shikizuru for setting up the draw when you summon a demon class minion during your next turn. 3 Violet Blaze for destroying a cost 6 or lower minion with an additional bonus of retrieving a purple minion if you have an Arcana class minion on the field, and 3 Destruction to remove any minion you hate to see. Do note that Andoros's can be easily removed with Violet Blaze, Obliteration Beam, and other destruction or banish effect. So plan your move ahead and don't commit your attack until you have a backup copy or when this card is no longer your priority in winning the game. If waifu is your laifu or you do not have enough spirit to craft Yahmy, you can consider building BS purple deck that based on the demon class minion such as Beelzebub Revenge Resummon or Mammon Trash setup with return to overrun your enemy and poke them with Mammon ability. And that concludes our deck profile video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do leave a like and subscribe for more upcoming content. Leave a comment below if you have any question or discussion. Until then, see you next time.